If you're looking for an easy crochet baby blanket to make, this video is for you. What you'll need for this video is 2 skeins of bulky, super bulky yarn. I'm using Bernat Bernat blanket yarn. So it's really soft. I know there's been some talk in the past about the yarn coming apart or being tied together, and I can say that I have used it recently and I have not found this to be a problem, which is really good. I will list the descriptions of this yarn in the description box below. You'll need a P-hook, a darning needle, a pair of scissors, and just yourself. The good thing about this video is you can make it as big or small as you would like. So I'm also working on a bigger size blanket where I have changed colors, but in this video we are not changing colors, as we are using just a simple yarn with multicolors for the beginner, so you don't have to change colors, and we can go over that in another video. Grab your things and let's get started. We're going to start by making our foundation chain. So we're going to take our yarn and make a loop, put it through that loop and pull up. And then we're going to take our yarn hook and place it through that loop and tighten it onto the hook. So we're actually going to start making our foundation chain. So I'm using a P-hook. So what we're going to do is hold that loop around, wrap the yarn over the hook and pull through. Again, wrap the yarn around the hook and pull through. Go very slow, as slow as you need to. So we're just making our foundation chain. We're going to continue doing this and make 55 chains. So continue wrapping the yarn around the hook and pulling it through the little loop. And again, we're going to do this 55 times, and this is our foundation chain. It's a very simple pattern. It's 1 stitch basically. So insert your hook, yarn over, pull through, yarn over again, and pull through both loops. I'll show you one more time. Insert your hook, yarn over, pull through, yarn over again, and pull through both loops. Continue doing this until you're almost to the end. So we are almost to the end of our first row, which is the foundation chain. So I just want to show you what to do once you get to the end of the foundation chain. This is the very last loop on the chain. So we're going to insert our hook, yarn over, pull through one, yarn over again, and pull through both loops. Now we're at the end of the row, so we're going to go ahead and do one yarn over and do one stitch. So just yarn over and then pull it through once, and then we're going to take our project and flip it like a book. So like you're reading a book, you'll want to flip it over, and then we're going to start on our next row. We're going to take our hook and go into this first stitch right where I'm pointing to. So go ahead and insert your hook, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through both loops. So the next stitch we'll do the same exact thing, and it's exactly the same as the first row that we just finished. So we're just going down the line, inserting our hook, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through two, and just continue until you get to the end of the row. So we're going to insert our hook into the next chain. Then we're going to yarn over and pull through one. Then go ahead and leave your hook right where it is. Take the new skein of yarn, take the end, fold it in half about 6 inches or so, place it onto the hook, hold that yarn and just pull it through both loops. So this is starting a new skein of yarn. So then go ahead and turn it on its side and give those two pieces of yarn a tie. Just make sure they're secure. Go ahead and tie those two pieces together. Now you do have the option of crocheting those loose pieces into your project, but I personally choose not to do that with this yarn because it kind of makes it extra bulky. So instead what we'll do is we'll come back at the end of the project and just weave those loose pieces into the project so nobody will see them. My pieces are secure, so I'm going to go ahead and continue my crocheting as normal. So just find your next loop, insert your hook, yarn over, pull through one, yarn over, pull through two, and just continue doing that until you get to the end. Once you get to the end, you do the same exact procedure of chaining one and flipping your project like a book. So here I am at the end, and I just made my last loop, so I'm going to chain one, and then I'm going to flip my project, just like such. And then I'm going to find that the first spot and just continue as normal. Okay, so we are at the very end, so we only have a few more stitches left. So I'm just going to go ahead and work my way down to the very last stitch. So here's the last stitch. So we're going to yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through both loops. So then just go ahead and stop And make sure that you have your scissors with you. It's now time to cut the yarn off of the skein. We will move to our next step. We are almost finished. Now we're going to take that piece of yarn that you cut off and just pull it through the last loop. Pull it all the way through and then just pull it down and it will make a knot on its own. Make sure it's secure. We're going to take our darning needle and thread it up, and we're going to sew in the loose ends. My best advice is to go just back and forth. Find secure areas on the yarn where you can weave in and out. Another thing I like to say is it doesn't have to be perfect. Like I said, everyone has their own way. So I've gone back and forth and my yarn is secure. So I'm actually going to just give that a cut. Something that you don't want to forget is to weave in the yarn where you changed your skein. Again, find the areas where I can go back and forth and weave that extra yarn in and then again cut it off. So I'll just show you a little bit of what I do. Again, everybody has their way of doing it. You can make this blanket as big or as small as you need to. That's the one beautiful thing. You don't have to go by my measurements, which I will leave in the description box below. As you can see, you can't even see where that loose end was. I hope you've enjoyed this easy crochet baby blanket pattern. You can make it as big or as little with just one basic stitch. Great for the memory. If you have any questions, leave them below, and I thank you so much for watching. Bye!